Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
And it's done, I think.
Morning.
Morning,
Good
Grace.
morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, morning.
Today we have a full house. Okay, today's session we'll be looking at. Okay, first of all, my name is Grace Kashivena. I'm an empowerment specialist support at Salt Essential IT, and I'll be conducting today's training. Today we'll be looking at managing cybersecurity attacks and incidences. We'll look at the recap of the second session we did the week prior to last week. And we'll look at the worst case scenarios and know your weapons, and we'll do an activity and a Q&A at the end. But before we get started, we usually play a video by the Minister of the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, Honorable Emma Theophilis, just so you get an overview of why we do these sessions, or the importance of these sessions, and why the ministry decided to collaborate with SALT on cybersecurity awareness. Just bear with me as I share the video. I hope I'm audible. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear.
Okay.
Grace, just unmute yourself. I've just muted everyone because people's background noises are annoying. There we
Okay,
go.
so
Thank you.
I'm sharing the video. I see there's a comment in the chat function. What is this?
No,
Vanessa,
that's just the AI reader, Grace. Just ignore that one.
okay, sorry. All right, so I'll just share the video now. Please let me know by a raise of hand if you can hear my sound from the video. Vanessa, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear. Thank you.
Can everybody else hear?
You have some hands. Yes, they can.
Oh, yes,
Awesome.
sorry, I can hear. I can hear.
With the evolution of information communication technologies, Namibia as a developing country is no exception to cyber attacks and cybercrime. The growing cyber attacks jeopardize the purpose of digital participation and connectivity, as well as the integrity of Namibia's critical infrastructure. The Namibian government seeks to build a cyber-resilient nation. Hence, in line with cabinet endorsement, the Ministry of Information Communication Technology developed the National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Raising Plan. The purpose of the awareness creation is to empower the nation's citizens with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions when faced with potential cybercriminal activities, whether in general or at the workplace. The national document is a step towards building cybersecurity resilience and digital security to enable an innovative Namibia and attainment of social and economic growth. With this plan, the nation is prepared to respond effectively to the threats or attacks on network systems and services. Namibia will reap benefits and economic opportunities presented by the use of ICTs on the condition that the country's citizens are ready, capable, and vigilant against the threats that include phishing attacks, ransomware, cyberbullying, and child online vulnerability. The National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Raising Plan helps to safeguard the citizens' privacy, educate and create awareness to safeguard the national critical information infrastructure, as well as ensure collaboration on cybersecurity to continuously improve the safety of vulnerable groups in the cyberspace. The scourge of cybercrime has the potential to negatively impact the nation's ability to achieve its developmental objectives. Namibia has encountered a rise in incidents of misuse of available internet platforms by criminals to carry out cyber attacks. These growing cyber threats disturb the purpose of digital participation and connectivity, as well as the integrity of our national critical information infrastructure. It is for these reasons that the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, in collaboration with South Essential Information Technology, is hosting a series of awareness creation sessions for the Namibian nations. I therefore urge you all to join the ministry and South Essentials efforts to participate in the sessions in order to be equipped with the necessary skills in order to be safe on the internet, protect our nation's critical infrastructure, and make informed decisions should you fall victim or help those who fall victims to cyber attacks.
Okay, so there you have it. That's the reason why we do what we do right now, why we have these 8-week sessions for the public, just to help you be more equipped with what's out there and how you can protect yourself and your family or your company from cyber attacks. So that's a message from the minister. Can everybody hear me? There's 2 hand up.
No, those are old hands. I'm just telling them they can they can drop their hands. It's old hands. Please go ahead,
Okay,
Grace.
I see we lost my slide. Let me just reshare it again. Okay. My slide is taking very long. Vanessa, do you mind sharing yours, maybe?
Let's see if I'm managing. Sure.
Miss Palake, is that an old hand or do you want to say something? You can unmute your mic.
Possibly an old hand. Okay, Grace, can you see I've shared?
No, I can't see it on my end. It's
Okay.
showing that
Do you want me to go through it since we're having some issues from?
it's still loading mine, so I don't see yours.
All
I
right.
can't see yours.
Would you like me to go through it so that we?
But let's confirm with everybody if they can see your slide.
Can everyone see my slide?
Yes,
I can see it.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Shall I proceed, Grace?
No,
Okay.
somebody said they can't see.
So if you are not able to see the slide on your side, it's probably internet. If you could kindly leave the meeting and join again, that should rectify the issue. Thank you. May I proceed, Grace, or do you want to still give yours a chance to load and proceed?
Mm. See, mine is trying very hard to load. It's almost there.
Okay.
But you can probably proceed. I can catch on.
Yeah, I think you can catch up and you can take over once your stuff is sorted. All right. So
I'm gonna
as
leave.
Grace mentioned, yes, just leave and join again. See if that doesn't help. Okay. All right, so as Grace was saying, this is session 3 today, managing cybersecurity attacks and incidences. You've heard the message from the minister, why we are here today. This is session 3. Oh, there's Grace's slide now. Sorry, guys, we seem to be having a little bit of PowerPoint and internet difficulties, but we will get there, I promise. Let me just reshare. All right. So for those who did attend the first 2 sessions, we are just going to do a quick recap. And for those who haven't, if you didn't attend the first 2 sessions, please reach out to us via email. We are happy to share the recordings with you. There's also the test. And then you know that if you do pass the test over the course of the next 8 weeks, we will be handing out badges. So you will get a badge for passing the test or doing well in the test. And those badges you can then use to brag with on social media that you are a cybersecurity superhero. So if you did miss out the first 2 sessions, please reach out to us. We can share the recordings with you. And we're going to do a recap first of those 2 sessions because, as we know, we learn via repetition. So personal information. In the first session, we spoke about personal information, anything that's linked to your identity. We don't use our personal information in our passwords, and we don't use the same password for multiple accounts. We spoke about that, how dangerous that is, because if they've got the key to one door in your house, then and all your keys are the same, all the locks in your house, doors are the same, they can get into any door. So don't use the same password for your accounts, and also don't use personal information in your accounts, and be wary of how much personal information you actually put out there, because the personal information that you put out on social media, if your settings and your privacy is not set up correctly, anybody in the world can actually access your personal information, and that is not something that we want, because then they can very easily also guess your password. Teamwork, phone a friend. We spoke how important it is. It's us against the criminals. So please make sure that that you are talking to people, colleagues, friends, that you are not alone. It's us against them. That we work as a team against the cyber criminals. Then we also spoke about the danger of social media, how dangerous social media can be. Not that you should not go to social media. We want everybody to be online. We just want you to be safe online. We have to be online. If we're not online, we can't do business. We can't grow as a society, as an economy. We must be online, but we must just know what we allow people to see online, and especially important, those terms and conditions. If you just accept terms and conditions without reading them, that is a big red flag. You need to understand what you're letting yourself in for. We also had a look at links, how important links are, because links are very misleading. They can say one thing in the email or in the WhatsApp or in the piece of communication, but they actually take you to a different place. And in that different place, it looks the same as your banking website. It looks the same as you know, the places you think you're going to go, but actually it's not the same. And then you end up putting in your information into a fake website, and you're giving those people your credentials so they can access your accounts. So be very wary of links. Multi-factor authentication. If you have not set up multi-factor authentication on all your social media and on your work accounts, please speak to us if you don't know how that works or how that must be done. But you have to have multi-factor authentication. That's when you get a code to your mobile phone, or you have the Authenticator app installed on your device. Very important. MFA stops over 90% of attacks. Then if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So please, if it's too good to be true, we're not saying that we want you to be unhappy and don't want to, you know, ever win anything or anything like that. But please just verify. It's not the same on the internet as it is in physical, in the physical world. In the physical world, we have a lot more things to verify identity besides for what it looks like and what you can hear. All of our sensors are available to us, whereas on the internet, not all of our sensors are available to us. So please just be wary of if it's too good to be true, just verify the originality or the origin of the message before you give them any personal information and before you give any money. And then if it's urgent, verify the origin. And whenever there is money involved, then also please be especially vigilant about believing it. Just confirm it. Confirm it. If it was an email, make a phone call. If it was a WhatsApp, send an email. Just a different way of confirming the origin of the communication before you react on it to verify that it is legitimate. And then if whenever there's money involved, we know that's that's a big warning bell as well. Okay, so the big message that we want you to remember out of all of these sessions is that you are the last line of defense. You can have the best hardware and software in place, and you should have good hardware and software in place. But you can have the best of those. If you are doing the clicking, then unfortunately, you will be responsible for whatever happens to yourself, your family, or your organization. So very important that you understand the responsibility lies with us as individuals. Good. Grace, are you able to share yet? Do you want to take over yet, or must I continue?
No, I'm not able to share it's your slide that's showing now.
Okay. Everybody else able to see my slide?
Yes. I can see.
Right. Excellent. Okay. So today's session specifically is around looking at, what happens if it's happened, because inevitably it might happen to anyone. We always say it's not a matter of if it will happen, but when it will happen. So sadly, like we mentioned before, cybercrime is a 40 trillion US dollar problem from 5 years ago, where it was a billion US dollar problem a year. So it's all, inevitable at some point you might become a victim. So that's what this session is about, helping you understand what is the worst case scenario, what can happen when you are actually hacked, or your accounts are compromised, or your identity has been or you've been impersonated. What is the worst case scenario? So we're going to play you a short clip on worst case scenario, what can happen if it does, or what can happen to you, what are the consequences, and then we're going to be looking at what you can do about it. Okay. Just let me know with thumbs up if everyone can hear and see. All right. So I think that is like sort of a worst case scenario where you could see what actually can happen. So that's why this cybersecurity awareness is so important to you. And also, the things that we've been talking about, having different passwords for different accounts, not using personal information in our passwords, and being especially aware of what we put on social media, making sure our social media settings, privacy settings are set up the way that we feel comfortable. Um, so what you do need to have in preparation, and we do recommend you have this in preparation for if it happens to you or if it happens to someone then you can at least guide them. That with this training we're providing, we're really hoping to reach every single person in Namibia over the next few years. As long as our MOU with the ministry is in force, that's our mandate. So it's each of your responsibilities as well to please share all of this information beyond the session, because not everybody has the ability to maybe attend, and especially our more vulnerable groups like our teenagers, our elderly, that you share this information with them so that they also know what to do if this happens to them. So number one, know your law enough to know your rights. In other words, a crime is a crime. If someone stole your money online, or if they stole it out of your purse, or grabbed your purse while you were in a taxi or waiting in line, or whatever the case is, it's a crime. So please don't think if it happens online that it's a less of a crime. It's exactly this. It is a crime. So you need to know your rights in terms of how crimes are handled. Of course, you should go to the police. So please do not make irresponsible decisions online as you would not do in real life. Treat it exactly the same way. Please alert the authorities and the platforms. That is super important, that we alert the authorities and the platforms. When I'm saying platforms, I mean if it was your bank account being compromised, let the bank know immediately. Go report the crime at the police. I know we sometimes feel that those pleas aren't heard or action is not taken, but if we don't report it, then the gravity or the seriousness of the magnitude of the situation is not understood by either the providers, the banks, the Facebooks, the what have yous, and also not by the police. So you please respond or go and report this crime, and also on the platforms. And then understand your security gap. No, not all free protection is real protection. We've said it many times. There's no such thing as a free lunch. If it is free, there's always strings attached. The same with a free Facebook account, the free Gmail account. There's always strings attached. And usually those are either for marketing purposes, if they are maybe just a bit unethical, but if they are malicious, then you are exposing yourself to potential cybercrime. So if it's free, be very careful of it's free. Rather invest in proper security, proper antivirus, proper anti-malware. That does cost you something. It's usually not that expensive, and usually your organization will be able to provide it for all your devices. So make sure that you have proper protection. If you are unsure about if your protection is adequate, then you can also reach out to us. We do have many mechanisms to ascertain if you have adequate protection in place. Have your accounts frozen. So like I said, phone the bank, send a message to Instagram or Twitter or what have you, log a call, but do not leave it as is. The ramifications are significant. We see many, many fake accounts floating around on Facebook, causing a lot of problems. And it doesn't necessarily cause problems for you, but everybody that is accepting that friend request, if you haven't actually reported that account or done something about it, those people are potentially going to become the victims of cybercrime. So please let all the authorities and social media know wherever this crime has happened. Change your password immediately if you do. If you are still able to change your password, many times I always laugh. Some of the hackers are very slow, or they're hacking so many accounts that they don't really get to everyone as quickly as they should. So sometimes you still have the chance to go change your password. But please go into your account, see if you can still change your password if it's after the fact. If it's happened, sometimes you still can, and it would not have happened if you have enabled multi-factor authentication. So please, multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication is critical. And then share your experiences. Security is a collective responsibility, so please share your experiences. What I'm saying there is, if it's happened to you, your Facebook account was hacked, please go tell someone to post on Facebook that your Facebook account was hacked. Because if you don't do that and those people don't know, then they can become a victim as well. So share your experience. There's nothing to be shy or feel stupid about. This happens to everyone. I have regularly, almost on a daily basis, going like, oh, my account's been hacked. But if we don't share it everywhere. People won't know. Share it on WhatsApp. Share it everywhere. Let everybody know so that they know that account has been compromised and they don't react to messages from that account, or they can block that account. So share your experience and don't feel bad about it. Then, as I mentioned earlier, this is a war. It's us against them. So arm yourself with enough knowledge to defend yourself. What you can also do is, everybody is on social media. Hopefully, we're going to also cover this in the coming sections, how to actually, make sure that all your accounts are safe, the settings and the privacy, how you can do all of that. But you can, in the meantime, go and follow the security giants on social media. And when I say security giants, I mean the people that are big, the organizations that are big in security. Like, just to name a few. And again, if you don't know this and you want more information, you can definitely reach out to us via email after we've sent that email to you with a recording today. You don't know, we'll help you. Go follow people or companies like Checkpoint. Go follow companies like Microsoft. Security companies, they always post if something happens, and also your banks and so on, they will always post if something happens, so that you are in the know. You can also subscribe to our cyber threat alerts page, and then report suspicious activities or scams to threat alert at salt.na. And you can please then always attend more cybersecurity training as often as possible with new threats, because new threats are developed by the minute. So the problem is just growing. It's not getting better. It's just becoming a bigger and bigger problem for reasons we mentioned in the previous sessions. So please attend as often as possible. We'll have these sessions 3 times a year. And also companies are welcome to reach out to us if you want us to do a session specifically for your company. But please attend these. They are critical to safeguarding yourself as an individual, and in so doing, your family and your business. All right. Next up, oh yes, and do remember, you're welcome to engage on the chat. If you do have a question or feedback, the chat is there for you. We'll be monitoring that. If we don't get to it while we are presenting, we'll definitely get to it afterwards. But please use the chat if you want to ask questions or anything like that, or give us feedback. Next, we're going to play you a clip on extortion and blackmail. This is also what happens. So what can happen is your account is compromised. They've gotten into your account. They've gotten access to all your photographs, as an example. Some of us have photographs which might not be ideal. Or what can happen is you very often get an email or piece of communication that tells you, oh, I have access to your account and I'm going to publish everything on social media. Now, what we always advise people is, just never give in to the criminals. It's a 99% chance they don't have access to your account. And if you fall for that and if you engage with them, then it's going to cause much more trouble for you. So rather speak to your IT department, speak to your friends, speak to family, speak to other people, other organizations, to ascertain if this can be a reality, if you have been compromised, because extortion and blackmail is a very big problem within the cybercrime space. And I'm going to play you a clip on that now. Just let me know if you can't hear or you can't see. Use the chat and use the reactions if you can see, please, so we just know we're on the right track.
report cyber criminals to the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center. Penetration testing. At Alpine Security, our penetration testing services and training can help prevent both ransomware and extortion. We can also help you know what to do if a hacker uses ransomware to lock down your system. Penetration testing can help identify gaps in systems and networks, and our user awareness training and services from ransomware, cyber blackmail, and cyber extortion.
All right, so we're not going to listen to the marketing of that company right now, but I think you get the idea that mostly these people are throwing stones in a bush, hoping to hit their mark. So be very wary and vigilant if you are becoming the victim of cyber extortionists or blackmailers. So Johanna Shipepo said, is the question, are we able to translate the content of this course into Namibian indigenous languages? I think we can handle that maybe offline, Johanna, because I don't think that's really a question pertaining to the context of this training session. So if it's okay, we can handle that one offline. And then Hilma said, sorry, I can't hear the clip. So if I can just ask Hilma to kindly join and leave again, that usually sorts out the problem. Excellent. Next, we're moving over to a team activity. It's teamwork time. One of your friends, John's Facebook account was hacked and was then used to send messenger messages to his contacts requesting money to be e-walleted to him as he was stuck at a petrol station and his bank card was stolen. One of the people that got the message called him as they noticed the mobile number provided for the e-wallet was not the same as on their contact list. What would you advise John to do next? Please, you're welcome to unmute yourself and answer, or you can put for us in the chat. We'll monitor. What should John do next? His Facebook account was hacked and then used to send messenger messages to his contacts requesting money. So what must he do if his Facebook account has been hacked? We spoke about it in the previous slides. What must he do if his Facebook account was hacked? Anyone? Notify all his friends. Jean-Luc, that is correct. Yes, share the experience. Notify all his friends. Sorry, we had someone trying to answer. Please do.
Okay, try to also change his password.
Wonderful. Yes, try to change the password while you might still have time. Brilliant. Anything else? Okay, so let's quickly recap that one. Just to show you what you should do. So you must report it, alert the authorities and platforms. If you can, change your password. If not, enable multi-factor authentication and share your experience. Well done, team. Good. Okay. So this comes to multi-factor authentication. Use the tools to your advantage. If you do want to verify that something has come your way, which is a legitimate request, you are more than welcome to do that. But or you want to believe it, you're more than welcome to do that. But please verify everything that comes your way. We've got two more answers in the chat. The one is you must use another person's account to notify people. Yes, thank you, Julia France. That's correct. You should report the account or notify everyone that's in back. Brilliant. Excellent job. Thank you so much, attendees. Okay, so one of the points that we spoke about is get as much cybersecurity awareness training as you can. You are welcome to go follow me on LinkedIn as well. I do post a lot of cybersecurity awareness training there, which comes to you at no cost. So if you want to go follow me on LinkedIn, Vanessa Maresh, you can do that. I love doing all kinds of training, and I am happy to share that with everybody so we can all become more cyber aware. Good. Last but not least, in case of emergency, we said know your law, alert the authorities, and understand the gap in your security and close it, and share your experiences. Okay, so next what you are seeing on the screen, you're seeing a QR code, which you're welcome to scan. This is our little WhatsApp bot, our info bot. Its name is iSecureBot, and iSecureBot is a WhatsApp bot where you can definitely engage with. So please feel free to engage with that bot. You just sent it, if you scan in the QR code, you've just send it a WhatsApp. You say hello. It will definitely answer you, and you can ask it any kinds of questions that you want to. I've been hacked, please help me. Anything like that, you can ask it, and it will answer you, and it'll even answer you back in the language that you ask. So you can give it a go also with the indigenous languages. I don't know if it's quite there yet, but you are more than welcome to engage with the bot. We put lots of new cybersecurity tips and tricks and everything on that bot. Or you can alternatively, you can send a message to 085 173 2873. 085 173 2873. I'm going to share that with you as well. You can jot it down, send the bot a message today, and keep it there. This is also something you can do to protect yourself in future, is by actually having that little WhatsApp bot available to you. If anything does happen to you, it's going to give you the right guidance as to where to go. Again, the number is 085 173 2873. You can just send the message, send a message, hello, and the bot will, you can interact with the bot. iSecure bot, your cybersecurity bot. So I'm going to give you just a minute or so to jot that information down. Please remember this is going to be part of the recording as well. We will also be sharing the test shortly, and you can also give us feedback in the test or send us an email if you miss out anything in the session. But there will be a recording that you can review afterwards. Share with anyone, as many people as possible. We are happy for this message to go as far and wide as possible. Okay.
Sorry, Vanessa.
Yes. Yes, Grace.
I shared the QR code and the link to the test on the chat.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Oh, on the test. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so Grace is in the meantime, like we said, there's going to be a test. There is a test that you can test your knowledge every week. So thank you, Grace, for sharing that. The QR code is in the chat section. I'm also going to be displaying it in a moment on the screen. I'll be displaying that. You have time. Don't feel that you're time pressure to actually answer now. You go into the form that we've shared the link in the chat for, and you can also scan in the QR code, which I'll share shortly, and then you can take your time, answer the questions. We will be posting the scores automatically. So the scores will, if you go in and if you leave the page and you just click on the link again later today, you'll see your scores available right from there. So you don't have to wait a week or something to get them. It auto marks itself, the test. So I'm going to be just sharing with you that the QR code. Let me just share. So you can also scan it in. It is in the chat. Share the link to the bot. Okay, we'll be sharing the link to the bot. It's a number you need to call, or the QR code. I'll share the QR code with you as well. Let me just quickly share for everybody the QR code to the test. Just bear with me now, Grace. I'm having the same problems as you, sharing problems. Let's see if we can win here.
I think Grace shared the QR code for the test 3 on the
Yes,
chat.
on the chat, but a person in the chat was looking
Yes.
for the link to the bot. So that's what we want to
okay.
share. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Okay.
So as I said, there is the QR code for the bot. There is the QR code for the bot. I'll be sharing it on the chat as well. So don't fear, we'll be sharing it on the chat as well. But you can so long get the QR code for the test is also in the chat. And we'll put everything on email afterwards as well. Don't worry, guys. If you missed out anything, there's going to be the recording. We'll put all the links and all the everything you need. We'll put into in an email today. If you signed up with your email address, you'll definitely get that on email today. So don't stress about it if you don't manage in this session. Okay. So if you are missing out, if you're not getting the if you're not managing to get any of the codes scanning in time any of the codes, please, we will send an email. We'll make sure that we'll make sure you get everything that we've discussed today. We'll know no one will be left behind. Okay, so I think with that, we've come to the end of our session today. Well, like I said, we'll be sending an email. Thank you very, very much for your time. Apologies, last week our session didn't occur, but we managed to do it this week. So thank you so much for everybody who joined today. We really appreciate it. Judith, your hand is up before we close our session for today. Your hand is up.
Yes, yes, I would like to ask something.
Sure, anytime.
Okay. Yeah, I really love the initiative of this informative, the collaboration that you have with the ministry. I'm really impressed, and this is a very good one. I just want to find out now, with this information that we are getting from you, is there a possibility of maybe the ministry and SALT, let's say, maybe handing out vouchers for us to maybe write examinations for us to be certified as cybersecurity in the cybersecurity career? Is there such a, are you planning on doing that, or after now the test and the quiz, it's only the benches that we're getting?
Okay, so just to answer you, this is end user training. So this is training for us normal human beings that are online every day.
Yeah.
If you want certified cybersecurity awareness training for the technical aspect, then you can reach out to us. We've actually got access to multiple providers where we can provide you with contact details and guidance around which courses you can do. Most of the course content we provide free of charge, or is provided free of charge. You just need to pay for the exam. So we can guide you. Pop us an email if you're interested in that. We can help you with that. But this training specifically is not really certifiable. It's more end user awareness training.
Okay, because I was saying it from the perspective that I'm a bit unemployed, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in the group, and we would like maybe to write examination. Maybe I was wondering, maybe if the ministry or SALT can maybe say, okay, fine, you've been attending, we have so and so vouchers for you to help you and write an exam, the certification.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's not really part of this initiative. But like I said, reach out to us. We have got contacts and we've got ways and means to assist you, even if you are unemployed. So reach out to us. We'll see if we can assist. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Any other questions, or can I close the session? Some thumbs would be great. We happiness.
Yes, happiness here.
Happiness here. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Go check out your cybersecurity. Go check out your social media accounts. We are so happy to have you today. Watch out for the email and see you again next week, same time, same place.
Okay.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Bye, Vanessa. Bye, Grace.
Thank you,
Have a nice
Vanessa.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.